If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Hey.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And for Darius Geis, this is his first NFL carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete here. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Prescott on play action. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Buffet. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On second down, here's Rosen. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with a carry on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Jordan Reed has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go, 46. Good. 26.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 56 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Well, the Cardinals coming out here and take a look back, Charles, at 2017. Really, everything started going south, unfortunately, week 1. That's when they lost David Johnson to a wrist injury. From there, they really couldn't turn it around.
And in the offseason, coaching change. Steve Wilkes now in charge. Comes with a defensive bent. Remember, he's a defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. And he probably was blitzing from the time he took the job. That's how aggressive he is. On the offensive side of the ball, you know, there's going to be a battle for the quarterback spot. You knew they signed Sam Bradford. Josh Rosen was drafted. But the identity of this team, David Johnson, their running back. Missing him most of last season really changed the whole dynamic of their year.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Rosen. It's complete to Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
I don't care how calm, cool, collected you carry yourself. I don't care how contained you are in your emotions. Your first touchdown pass in the NFL is awfully special. And Josh Rosen is always going to put out the vibe that, hey, I do this all the time. But inside, he's got to be so excited to have that first taste of success in the league.
The Redskins making their way out. Last year, a fairly quiet 7-9. Now, the big change, of course, for 2018 here, exit Kirk Cousins. Enter Alex Smith at quarterback. What does that change?
The change is that you have a quarterback who takes care of the football in a big way, but still can deliver it downfield. Alex Smith has such a reputation for being careful that it's overblown. He will take the shot downfield. If receivers shake free, get open, he'll deliver it. The other part of that, they get an offensive line. If they can get health there and have consistency up front.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return is Peterson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Rosen to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now McCoy, and he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On first down, McCoy. And Reed with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing again, McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake. McCoy steps away. And that's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now it's Peterson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Leopard! Leopard!
Rosen off the play action. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Into the Redskins' head that they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On 1st down, this is Geis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on third down, McCoy. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Throwing on first down, McCoy. Left side caught by Diggs. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. On first and 10, McCoy. Dancing to his left. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Robert Ayers able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's McCoy. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Crowder now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down, McCoy going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll hand it down to Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Bust through the tackle. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Ray Malaluga, the linebacker. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. His throw caught right around the 6, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punt.
It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Rosen. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They go play action. It's Rosen. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Throwing on first down. McCoy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. McCoy. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, he'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McCoy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Play action, Rosen. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Play action here with Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's Geis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Off play action. McCoy rolling to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, race snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like that's just reply.